I'm Kai, and I have anxiety. Hey, what's up, Brotherhood? It's your Friday guy, Kai, and it's like almost 1 a.m., and I still have homework to do, but I take my videos seriously, so this is my priority right now, and let's do it. I'm gonna talk to you guys a little bit about anxiety because I know a lot about it. I've dealt with it for pretty much all my life, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my anxiety right now, how it's doing, and then I'm gonna tell you some ways I cope with anxiety, and maybe I can even tell you some anxiety facts. I'm in mental health. It's one of my classes, so we're like learning how to like present to people about different stuff related to mental health, so I'm like in that mode, so sorry. According to the Anxiety of Depression Association of America, anxiety disorders are the most common mental illness in the U.S., affecting 40 million adults in the United States age 18 and older, or 18.1% of the population every year. Anxiety disorders develop from a complex set of risk factors, including genetics, brain chemistry, personality, and life events. That being said, let's talk first a little bit about my anxiety right now. I literally have anxiety right now, right this minute. So I will say my social anxiety is worse than my general anxiety. That's how I test on all the like little tests I've done in all my therapy and stuff when they give me the little tests where I talk about how I'm feeling and stuff. My score for social anxiety always tests higher than general anxiety, but I tend to still have some general anxiety. Right now I have a lot of anxiety about my shot tomorrow, but I guess that's more of a needle anxiety, which is a whole kind of thing. That's like a little thing I have. I'm hoping I'm able to do it tomorrow though, because usually I end up doing it late because it takes me that long to like get in the headspace, but I'm hoping I can do it. But while we're speaking of anxiety, I might as well mention, yes, I have that anxiety right now. That's something that's on my mind. It's been on my mind all day. My shot day's tomorrow. What has been on my mind all day? I've been thinking about it probably all week. I do my shot every other week. It's something, and it stays there. Like I think about, oh, I still have that coming up. I still have that coming up. A big anxiety I have, social anxiety related. I'm in this therapy group right now, and it's group therapy. It's the first time I've been in group therapy. I'm having trouble talking, sorry. It's the first time I've been in group therapy since when I was in the hospital like 2 years ago, and we had like you had to do the stuff, but it was like completely different experience than this. So this is like a small group, and it's LGBT related, but it's I feel comfortable, like the most comfortable in any kind of group setting I think I've ever felt, but it's still a group, and I'm still have to like get out of my comfort zone in order to talk and speak up and contribute to the group, which is very, very difficult, honestly. It's hard for me to speak up and talk, and my English class this year is actually set up that way. It's so like my English teacher, every morning when we get to class, he wants us to move the desk into a semicircle, so no matter where you are, the whole class is looking at you basically when you're talking. So that doesn't help. That gives me so much anxiety. I've been skipping English class. This is something I used to do in high school and middle school a little bit. When I had too much anxiety, I would skip class, and I'm doing that with my English class now in college, and I thought I was done with that because I was finally able to get up. My first semester in college, I was finally able to get up and make a speech in front of my whole class, which is something I could never do in high school. I used to have my parents write letters to get me out of giving presentations in front of my class. I was able to do a timed speech in front of my class my first semester in college, and I was like, my anxiety is gone, I'm cured, oh my gosh. And it's not the case. Turns out I'm just really good at talking about trans related stuff because I know so much about it, and I'm so comfortable, and I do it so much on YouTube. I was very comfortable doing that, so it was a lot easier. But don't get me wrong, I still had anxiety going up there, and it was definitely a preparation, but I was still able to do it, which was something I was never able to do before. Something I actually just popped into my head, actually. This is something I talked about in my group today, which I'm allowed to talk about what I talked about, but not what anyone else talked about. I talked about when I was in the hospital, I just really wanted to get out. Like, that was my goal. Get out as fast as possible. I called my mom, like, every day. Like, I hate situations where I don't have control or I don't know what's going on. And it was a brand new situation for me, so I didn't know how it all worked exactly or what to expect. And I just couldn't, like, handle it. Like, I called my parents. Like, I almost cried. It was bad. But, like, there was talk around, like, everyone was talking about how the nurses watch everything you do and judge that based on, like, if you're getting better or not, and you can be released. So, like, they were saying if you're not being social, they'll think you're depressed and will keep you longer. So I just wanted to get out of there, and, like, I was in, like, survival mode, like get out of here at all costs. So I forced myself to go up to a table of other patients and be like, hey, can I sit with you? Which is something I never do. I am not that kind of person. I wait for people to approach me. But this time, like, I was forced to, and I did it, and I was able to, and they were like, yeah, it's cool, it's fine, of course. And it was awesome. Like, it worked out fine, and I actually had people to talk to finally on, like, my last day there, or, like, my second to last day. I don't know. I think it was my last day. So, yeah, but, like, I have horrible social anxiety. If I'm going to, like, a new building or a new area, or if, like, I have a meeting at 3:30 in a building I've never been to, I have to go, like, early or the day before and, like, figure out exactly where the room is and all that. I feel like the nervousness build up when I have to go to someone's house or meet someone somewhere or go to someone's car, and I've never seen their car before because I'm horrible. Like, I don't know car types. So they'll be like, oh, I drive a Ford, whatever, and I'm like, or they'll be like, I drive like a SUV, and I'm like, or now I just feel like I sound stupid because I think I know what an SUV is. But anyways, like, they'll say something, you get the gist. They'll say something like that, and I'll be like, I don't know what that is, and I'll just, like, I'll be so anxious even though it's not that big a deal. Like, if I walk out there and can't find them, like, nothing horrible is gonna happen. I know that rationally, but, like, I feel myself, like, get worked up, and there's been a few times when, like, I've been so nervous I haven't been able to eat. I've had a panic attack once, not in a long time, but once, because I had basketball practice and I didn't know. I'd never met the team before. It was like a new team, and yeah, just things like that. I have anxiety. I'm Kai. Hello. I have anxiety, and it's bad, but I think it's it's important to talk about, and understand that, like, because a lot of people, obviously, it's one of the most prevalent mental health issues people have. So it's like a lot of people are going through it. So it's important to talk about. No, you're not alone dealing with this. A lot of people feel this anxiousness when it comes to certain things. What has helped me? Baths, tea, warm things, clearly. Breathing, honestly. And in my mental health class, we learned about, like, a problem I used to have with breathing to, like, relax yourself and calm yourself used to be that, like, thoughts would come in my head, and I'd be like, I can't stay concentrated. And then my mental health book, actually, inside it, we had to read it first class. The part I was reading talked about how it's normal for those thoughts to come, and you have to, like, accept the thought, be like, okay, that's interesting, and then let it go, like, without judging it or yourself for having it. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's like the key to what my problem was. So I tried it again with that method, and it was the most relaxing. Like, I set a timer on my phone, 5 minutes. It was the most relaxing 5 minutes of my life. Like it was I completely cleared my mind, and like I stopped thinking so much because I overthink all the time, and it was just great. So this video is already really really long, and I'm gonna try to edit it down, but that was just a little bit. Oh, last thing I want to say, I am on Zoloft 50 milligrams, which Zoloft is, I'm on it for depression and anxiety, so it is known to help with anxiety. 50 milligrams still kind of low, my psychiatrist said, for like what might be therapeutic level for me, that maybe like 100 we're aiming for. So I don't know if I'm seeing effects of that or if I'm going to at this point in time, but that's another thing that might help with anxiety, and then of course therapy. So yeah, those are the things that help me: bath, therapy, hopefully this medication, tea, um, watching Netflix if I need to, like get my mind off things. If I can, not all of those are always available, but uh, yeah, I'm still not always great at dealing with anxiety, so we're all still learning, aren't we? Yeah, but that's it for this week. I will see you all next week. I love you all. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.